Good morning. This is just a quick, I don't know, tutorial or just a quick video and show you how I make my my badge reels. So I've made a few here. These are mine. So I'm a nurse. I work in a busy NICU, and I like to have my badge reels. I kind of switch them off. Koala bear. Last year for Christmas, I had my Mickey Mouse, my Minnie Mouse. My name, Jack. I just made this one this fall, and so I just I like switching out my badge reels, kind of like making jewelry, you know. But I make some and sell them as well, just because when I'm making tumblers and I'm putting epoxy on a cup, a lot of times you have just a little bit of epoxy left over in your little 1 ounce cup there. So what I do is I'll mix in a little bit of mica or a little bit of glitter, and I just kind of pour it into this mold here, and then I end up with, I have like bunches of these little, I don't know what you would call them, blanks, you know, epoxy blanks. They're about 1.5 inches in diameter. And then when I feel like working on something small that I can make quick and is, you know, get that satisfying feeling, I'll just start to put a water slide on it. Or this one is my badge reel that I've made for this fall, as well as the leaf. This one is vinyl, the gold vinyl. These ones are water slides. I don't even know if I can show them on here, but this is my middle Star Wars one, my Yoda one. And then, so this is actually, this was actually for making a coaster. And so I made a few coasters, but not a lot. But when I was looking at it, I liked, this is the support for the middle. So when you pour your epoxy in here to make your coaster, on the back it had this little round spot, and it was just the perfect size to make a badge, or to make a little a blank for a badge reel. So I got a set of 4 of these off of Etsy, and I actually use this spot the most. It's like I said, about 1.5 inches in diameter. And so I have these in my she shed, and when I have a little bit of epoxy, I'll maybe put in some mica and make the white blanks, because those are the easiest to put like a water slide on. Or I have this dark purple one, or I just make them all different colors and then just kind of work at them. So these ones are finished, and what I do is I would take like a blank and I would put a water slide on it, or my vinyl, and then my E6000 spray adhesive, I will put it over it, put it over and let it dry. And then I take them to my she shed and I just start collecting them. And when I have extra epoxy, I just kind of pour the epoxy on, and I'll dome it. It'll make like a little dome. I use the DIY Artisan epoxy. I like the thickness of it, so it doesn't like pour over the edges. It actually will dome, and then I just let them dry. But sometimes the edges are a little pointy, and people don't like to get things with pointy, sharp edges on them. So I have this sanding block. It's a 2000 grit, and I just like file the edges down. It doesn't affect the quality or scratch up the surface or make it look dull in any way. It just gets rid of that pointy edge around here, so it doesn't snag on their clothes. Like there's a snag right there. So I just file it off with this, and it makes it nice and smooth. Just a little smile, just a little filing of that, nice and smooth around the edges. This is also a good thing to use like for your tumblers around the lip or the bottom. You can just very lightly buff it off with this, and those real spiky, pointy things it'll smooth out. You might still feel a bump, but it won't be spiky and snaggy. So I'm just gonna put this little badge reel on, and I'll put a link below. But I really like these badge reel holders because they're alligator clips. See, and they have teeth. You can see the teeth there? And they hold on to the clothes really good. They don't come off. So if you're gonna badge drills, this is the type of badge drill clip that I recommend, because sometimes badge drill clips, they come off, and I personally would not like that feature. But this also has a nice 360-degree turn, and it's a good quality badge drill, which I pay a little bit more money for. So I hashtag these. Might not be necessary, but I just really want to make sure that if somebody gets my badge reel, that it's just not gonna come apart. So I use my E6000, and I put a little dab here on the badge reel. So I'm just gonna put some on the back. I would say like a centimeter in size. So I just like to squeeze it until I can see it starting to ooze out the side of the badge reel. And then I like to go back and center it, and I like to make sure that this little white button is exposed so that it doesn't, when it's free to turn. That's it. And then I just leave them face down to dry. For my daughter. See how pretty that one is. And there we have it. Those just sit overnight, and then I'll put them in a little bag. And I sell these for $10. These are worth $10 each. I like this little beach one I made. And I do have these available on my Etsy store if you're like, oh, I don't want to make them, but I want one. They're there. But these are something really easy to make, and something that I do with my leftover epoxy. So, because I don't like to throw anything away. I just am not, that's just me. I don't like to throw anything away. That's your profits going down the drain. But, well, okay, you guys have a great day, and remember to always be kind. Bye, guys.